Good morning to all. Myself Gangaram Mandaloi, Assistant Professor of Mechanical Engineering Department, Rewa Engineering College, Rewa, Madhya Pradesh, India. Now today I am going to presentations for the Global Edu-Conclave 2022 on ensure inclusive and equitable quality education and promote lifelong learning opportunities for all. Here, thought by Nelson Mandela, education is the most powerful tool which you can use to change the world. World largest lesson here, education is the basic human right. Between any children still do not have opportunity to learn, especially if they live in poverty or are girls. Children live in poverty face many barriers to access education. Some are obviously like not having a school to go, while others are not substantial. Education gives people knowledge and skills they need to stay healthy. Here, it is important to ensure inclusive and equitable quality education and promote lifelong learning opportunities for all. You can join us in taking action on these issues. Why education such as a major factor in shaping health? Here some finding keys are here. Education creates opportunities for the better health. As an example, American with more educations are more like to have job with higher earning. Live in communities with more resource like great schools and access to health service and transportation and acquiring knowledge and skill to support healthier behaviors. Poor health put educational attainment at risk. Another thing is here, educational provide additional mental health and psychological support for all. Some other points here, certain condition especially beginning in early childhood after both health and educations. Barrier to educations. Here various two figures here shown here about the girls educations and the cycle of hangers. So inadequate funding and its impact on students, lack of finance resource is a major reason that the decreasing out of school children. Funding is needed in school to buy more than just textbook. School need proper funding to allocate the maintenance of buildings, regulations code, supporting staff, extracurricular activities, technologies, supplies, meal plans and teachers pay. Having no teachers or having untrained teachers. In India, teacher training is a problem faced by both the state government as well as the central government. In the year 2013, India had about 8 lakh untrained teachers work in school, and by 2017 the number increasing to 11 lakh. Also, teacher pay is not satisfactory. The cycle of hunger here, children, youth, families and adults described in a here figures. The barrier to educations, lack of learning materials. Another thing is here, exclusions of children with disabilities as shown in figure here. Source of figure from this website. More than billion people are 15% of world populations have some categories of disabilities. Of these, an estimated of 115 billion children have disabilities, and 80% of these children live in the development world. WHO 2011, the children face conditions of extreme poverty, exclusions and discriminations and are denied the basic service offered to their peace without disabilities. The United Nations Children Fund estimate that 90% of children with disability in low-income countries have never received any form of education, according to WHO and United Nations Children Funds. Also, once enrolled students with disability are more likely to drop out of the school than students without disabilities. The data collected from this source. Barrier to educations, barrier to wrong genders, as shown here figures, gender inequalities. Gender stereotype affecting girls' study path, career choice. This has resulting implications with few women in science, technology, engineering and mathematics field. Fewer men in teaching, health and social workforce, etc. Here in figure, are you ready to defeat poverty? Our 1700 million people in our world currently live in extreme poverty. With collective actions, we can change this. Here in this figure, facing the classroom problems, and classroom made of local materials and fall down in a recent storm. No classroom in this learning institute, insufficient classroom chair in great problem, while resulting of students no performing well in their works. Barrier to educations. Syria, urban republic, shows in figure here. Living in country in a conflict or at a risk of conflict. Likelihood of young children dropping out of the school is also significantly higher in conflict affected country than elsewhere in a world. Only 65% of children in these countries attend the last primary school grade, in comparison of 85% across lower income countries. Children in conflict affected countries are 30% less likely to complete primary school than those in a non-conflict affected countries. A gap in education due to emergency will cost future generations the benefit of health, income, equalities, psychologically well-being. Educations provide Here some statistical informations. Here figure 1 shows statistical information, global number of out of school children, adolescents and youth by mean of estimations to during 2000 to 2021. Primary age, lower secondary age, upper secondary age, and administration data were produced using UIS enrollment countries. They account for 83.5% for all observation used in the models. Some remaining 16.5% of data point were sourced from the demographic and health surveys, some from multiple indicator cluster surveys, and they found here in total estimate out of the schools rate for 192 countries since 2000 were produced, and it produced here. Statistical information data from fact sheet 62, police paper at 48. New estimate confirm out of the schools population is growing in sub-Sahara Africa. In total estimate out of the schools rate 192 out of countries since 2000 were produced. Here data primary, lower secondary, upper secondaries, and it is estimated that the out of the school populations stood at 240 million in 2021, including 61 million children of primary age about 16 to 11 years, and 57 million adolescents of lower secondary schools about range 12 to 14 years, and 121 million youth of upper secondary school age around 15 to 17 years as shown in the figure. Other more statistical information are shown in figure 3. Out of school rate by countries income group 200 to 2021 as shown in figure 3. And here statistical information shows in table of various regions in the various countries. Here sub-Sahara Africa to North Africa and Western Asians. Data primary schools, lower secondary school percentage, upper secondary school percentage, and other countries here Europe, Northern America, etc. And overall here world 9.0 and 13.9 and 9.0 primary school average percentage, and lower secondary school is 13.4, and upper age secondary school is 30. And finding is here overall 9% of primary school age children and 14% lower secondary school age adolescents of 30% of upper secondary school age youth remains out of the schools. Here is the data of out of schools 9.0 primary school age percentage and 14% approximate lower secondary school percent, and overall world here is the upper secondary school percentage 30%. Here figure 5 shows here sustainable development goals. Now coming to up to the year 2020 to 2030 agendas for sustainable development goals SDGs Up to the year 2020, about one quarter of the primary school globally did not have access basic service such as electricity, drinking water, basic sanitaries. Roughly 50% of primary school had access such as information, communications technology, internet access, etc. Now, what is the goal there? Ensure inclusive and quality education for all and promote lifelong learning. Why does education matter? Education enable upward socio-economic mobility and is a key to escaping poverty. Education helps reduce inequalities and reach gender inequalities and crucial to fostering tolerance and more peaceful societies. Now, 2030 agendas for sustainable development. What can we do? Ask our government to place education as a priority in both policy and practice. Normally policy but practically is not implemented sometimes, and lobby our government to make firm commitment to provide free primary school education to all, including vulnerable and marginal groups. Now, education liberates the intellect, unlock the imaginations, and is fundamental for its self-respect. And it is the key of prosperity and open a world of opportunities, making it possible for such as contributed progress health societies. As source, take action today's thing to do. Now, 2030 agendas for sustainable development source. Here we can find the media contents and graphical asset for communicating the goals. You can find the official sustainable development goals brand guideline from the United Nations here. Other looking for information on special campaignings, visit, press release, action, etc. Take action today. What action will you take today? For the global goals, there are many positive actions you can take to make a real change. Agendas 2030 for sustainable development. Thing to do. Find a charity you want to support. Any donation, big or small, make a difference. Promote and take free online course. In a digital world, there are more opportunities to get access to education than just go to universities. Donate your used book. The easiest way to give the access to knowledge to the donate your used book to someone. Visit your local schools, ask what school supply they need. Start school supply driving in your communities. And Agenda 2030 for sustainable development, her goal, global goal targets. one can help to make use what we meet to global goals. Here figure shows for free primary and secondary educations. And equal access to equalities free primary educations. Other global goals target here equally access to affordable technique, vocational and higher educations. Other thing is here global goal target increasing the number of peoples with relevant skill for financial access. By 2030, substantially increase the number of youth and adults who have relevant skills including technical, vocational skills for employment, decent job and entrepreneurship. Education for sustainable development and global citizenship. Building and upgrade inclusive and safe schools. Build and upgrade education facilities that are high disabilities and gender sensitive. Provide safe, non-violent, inclusive and effective learning environment for the all. This is the image as a symbolic. Expanded higher education scholarship for developing countries. Increasing the supply of qualified teachers in development countries. By 2030, substantial increasing the supply of qualified teachers, including through international cooperations for teachers training in a developing country, especially least developing country and a small island developing state.